Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Fat Money Racing Association. We are at the Grand Stock Series race. We're a day before FMW makes its return from summer break. We're watching Jackson Beauregard because he was fastest during practice. And like I said, I'm Lee Dark, but today I'm joined by CJ Hayes. CJ, welcome to the booth.
What's going on, guys? How y'all doing? Let's get ready for a good race today.
It's going to be a fantastic race as we're starting to get towards the back half of our season. I mean, soon we're going to be less than 10 races away from the end, and who is going to walk away as champion from the two remaining series in the FMRA?
Oh, I know Billy Ray Dog is looking in for a top 5 or at least a top 10 finish today.
Billy Ray
Let's
Dog.
see if somebody can knock that down a little bit.
Billy Ray Dog definitely wants to see a good finish after a series of the Ray Dog Racing having some bad motors. And of course, you guys know they order them by the 3. Billy Ray Dog was able to get a spare motor from Aldridge Racing. Looks like Zane High is going to claim the pole here, and we're going to get into 100 laps here at Stafford Motor Speedway. But like I was saying about Billy Ray Dog, he did get a motor from Aldridge Racing. Only one, though, was all Aaron Aldridge was able to give to Ray Dog Racing. So I believe they put it in Billy Ray Dog's car. Sophie Ray Dog is going to have to run on the 3rd, which should be the final bad motor that they have. Because like I said, you order your motors in 3s, and just tough break for Ray Dog Racing there and how that all worked out.
And if I'm not mistaken, Lee, Bruno needs to do a lot better than his average finishes if he wants to maintain first place, right?
I think you're exactly right, CJ. I think that if Bruno wants to stay in the lead, his average finish of 13 is not going to cut it. For the last of these races, he's going to have to step it up. We're going to have to see a top 5 finish going forward.
Oh, looks like the guys are lining up.
All right, let's go ahead and run the order real quick, CJ. Take some drinks because it's going to be a long 100 laps here, Stafford Motor Speedway, as I go ahead and run the order. Sitting on the pole, we got none other than the 420 of Zane High. Sitting next to him is the 60 of Summer Rain. Congratulations to Summer Rain and RMR for that top 5, sitting on 2nd place start for Summer Rain. That's huge. And then we got the 8 of Brett Aldridge in 3rd. Next to him is the 387 of Trey Fanta. And then we got the 22 of Caden Gamble. That cat car looking great. Accelerated Auto, no longer a part of the Grand Stock Series for Gamble Motorsports. Let's go ahead and look at Jackson Beauregard, who did great during practice. Now he's sitting 6th. It's the 000 Snap-on Racing. Congratulations. We got the 6 of Ryan Chess with Valvoline. We got the 00 of Billy Ray Dog Snickers. We got the 3 of Tyler Ferguson Good Wrench. And we got the 002 of Brandon Cook Snap-on once again. We got the 27 of G.A.M.E. G.A.M.E. yesterday in the Dash Series got into a bad wreck with Caden Gamble, and that's huge. Caden Gamble was leading in points up until that point. He's probably still leading, but the margin isn't as great as it was, and that was all due to the wreck of J.M.E. and Caden Gamble. Make sure you guys go check that out yesterday at the Dash Series. We got the 97 of Jay Fatal, and then we got the 56 of Mikey Henderson next to the 74 of Barry Stern Parts Jr. We got the 65 of Taylor Berger next to the 59 of Christopher Rich, which brings me to today's sponsor. It's the Parker the Pug Meets a Cat on Amazon by Raven Tucker. Go check it out. Today's sponsor of this race. We got the 18 of Austin Kiesler and the 88 of Brett right here next to him. We got the 98 of Brad Miller next to the 15. Triple C still rocking that rest in peace big raw car, which brings me to tomorrow. FMW has their memorial show, the return show for Jimmy Rowlerson. Make sure you guys check that out. We got the 43 of Blaze next to the 611 of Corey Gamble, who showed big promise during practice. Not as great here at the qualifying, and we'll see how this progresses towards the end of this race. This is 100 laps. Don't forget, We got the 001 of Mike Storm next to the 93 of Chris Gamble. We got the 99 of Chris Michaels next to the 69 of Joseph Robinson. We got the 007 of Chris Chaos next to the 5 of Aaron Aldridge. We got the 710 of Chronic Side next to that 21 of Joey Hayes. We got the 7 of Christian Gunn next to the 57 of Bruno. We got the 17 of Sophie Raydog next to the 01 of Dylan Wagner. And this is where we're going to start the race, folks. Here any moment. CJ, anything you want to note on before the race starts?
I would like to go ahead and make a mention out to one racer that came into this league after the summer break. It was Caden Gamble from the Dash Series. He has done really well, producing a lot of top 10 finishes here. I think there's a lot of hope for that kid.
A lot of hope for that kid indeed. He's been dubbed the prodigy. The future. Definitely a young gun. I'd keep my eye on that rookie. Superstar of the year, contentions, racer of the year, whatever, rookie of the year. I think he could win it all this year. We'll see what happens for Caden Gamble.
There we go. How much longer do we think we got?
We got
They need to be
23 seconds before this race gets off to go. I want to go ahead and remind you guys to keep an eye on the standings. Going forward, standings will be posted in the Gaming Alternative Media Entertainment Facebook group, along with the Fat Money Racing Association Facebook group, and in the chats for the drivers. So make sure you guys check those out. Standings are going to be crucial. And like I said yesterday, Caden got into a big wreck with G.A.M.E. Really cost him some big points in the the Dash Series, and I just don't know if he's still going to have as big of a lead as he did to start out. We'll have to see what happens. Zane High is going to pull it away. Summer Rain to his outside, and this one's about to get going.
Let's get it.
Zane High, Summer Rain, Brett Aldridge, Trey Fanta. These are all top competitors. Right behind that, you got Caden Gamble.
Summer Rain has had a really good season this year. I've watched her pretty close for the Rich Money Racing, and I'd have to say she's one of their top drivers.
Definitely is. Bruno somehow holding the top spot in points. Rich Money really having a great year. And, you know, you got to look at decisions made by Gamble Motorsports. Gamble and Rich Money, these kind of the two top teams that are kind of always going at each other. And Gamble Motorsports got rid of G.A.M.E, who they got from Rich Money Racing. You thought G.A.M.E would go back to Rich Money Racing, but he stabbed Rich in the back. So he ends up at Brainbuster Motorsports, where Corey Gamble works for the FMW side of things. And here we go.
Oh, Zane off to a quick start. There we go. Number 8 right behind him.
Caden Gamble working in on that inside line.
And Summer Rain dropping back.
Brett Aldridge. Oh, caution flag already.
Yeah.
Looks like the 65 of Taylor Berger. See if we can figure out what happened here. CJ locked up, sent the 18 down into the snap-on car. The 69 comes across 007 and Chris Chaos. And what a wreck for Taylor there.
What a wild start.
Now, guys, if you don't know, this series, it's known for its chaos. So we'll see what happens here. We're 3 laps into this 100-lap race at Stafford Motor Speedway.
The irony of having Chris involved in that.
Looks like Billy Raydog was also caught up in that mix.
Not complaining.
Front end of Billy Raydog, which really screws him for points here. Like we said, he needed a good finish.
He needs a tow truck.
And just like that, Billy Raydog, it's going to have a rough Stafford Motor Speedway race. Let's go check on Sophie. Right now she's sitting 28. Not bad for having a already bad motor to start the race. Caden Gamble's held on to top 3. Summer Rain fell back to 4th. Trey Fanta there. Ryan Chess. JMR is still creeping. You know, JMR, he's really done well since this transition to Pontiac and Brainbuster Motorsports. I think it was actually kind of the results that Gamble was looking for when he signed JMR to Gamble Motorsports with the new transition to Dodge. It was looking promising for JMR, but things just didn't work out. Now you see him excelling. He shows that it's not him that's the problem for sure.
I actually caught up with Corey Gamble before the race, and he's not upset about the move with JMR. He just wishes the best for him, and it looks like it's turning out pretty well for JMR. And so keep up the good work.
Keeping an eye right here on the top of this field. Zane High still holding on. Caden Gamble peaking at the back. He's moved up to second place. Trey Fanta making his way up. Brett Aldridge has moved back to 4th. And Trey Fanta's going to rush the inside of Caden. Oh, Caden got down into Brett Aldridge there.
Looks like that hurt Brett Aldridge more than it did Caden.
Caden just wants to catch up to Trey, who is representing he used his ownership to put Uto Racing on his car to end it. Zane High having some issues coming out of them corners, but it's not slowing him down at all.
Caden needs to take the inside if he wants to get around Trey.
Trey obviously knows that, blocking Caden from the inside, but don't doubt Caden. This kid has shown a lot of skill in this rookie year, and look at him dive bomb the apron, trying to get up under Trey. Trey's gonna have to throw in some defense. Caution flag once again.
Right there towards the end of that little run we just did.
Not Sophie. Was it Bruno? Oh no! Points leader Bruno.
Oof, that's not good.
Him and Chronix High, it looked like. Let's see if we can get a better view here. Oh, just got into each other there. Bruno wasn't able to...
It looked like Chronix took a turn into Bruno.
They just got locked into each other. Tires get side by side. Just kind of what happens here. Stafford. And we got leaders pitting. Trey Fanta going to stay out. Caden going to stay out with him. Right now it's Trey versus Caden Gamble with Ryan Chess in tow, and I think I even see Triple C, which is odd.
From the races I've watched from the sides, Triple C runs a rough race.
I think he's got an average finish of 23rd.
I definitely have to say it's a much better view up here in the box, man.
Oh, the air conditioning. The air conditioning. It's the best part. And looks like we're about to go this next time by. Lights are off on the pace car. Ladies and gentlemen, keep an eye on these top 6. But remember the fast cars that are now towards the back. Here we go.
Jay Fanta with a large jump.
Whoa, whoa, camera guy. Camera guy. What are we doing?
I lost track of the racers.
Trey Fanta right now still holding that lead. Got Ryan Chess to his back. Caden got shuffled, which is where I was hoping the camera was going to take us, was to Caden Gamble, but now he's working his way up. He's got Jackson Beauregard in his way as Trey is pulling away here. "16 laps into this 100-lap race at Stafford Motor Speedway. And can anybody stop Caden? I mean, Caden's got the fastest car right now. Another caution flag.
Oh, boy. Where
Let's
we at?
see who it is this time. Summer Rain? Summer Rain and Brett Aldridge. She hits the wall hard right around Jay Fatal there. Gets in front of Corey Gamble.
This track hates Rich Money Racing.
That is another Rich Money Racing car. Them Ferraris. Caden in the pits. And Ferrari's not having a good time here at Stafford Motor Speedway.
Fast does not always win the race.
Caden gets back out. Well, right now, Trey, Fanta, and Ryan Chess are going to lead this one with Jackson Beauregard and Christopher Rich with them. Looks like Chronix gets a lap back. That's going to put him back on the lead lap. Wonder how this one's going to go, CJ.
It's going to be... If Trey has the same start as he did last time, I think he'll be all right. But at some point, he's going to have to hit those pits. You got the number 6, Ryan Chess. He's trying to catch him.
Rich, Jackson Beauregard, Triple C there. And I believe Brandon Cook. And here we go.
Green flag.
There we go.
Triple C gets down to the inside, and here comes Zane High. Oh, big wreck! And Christopher Rich involved.
Oh, this track really hates Rich Money Racing.
Big wrecks. Everybody's wrecking.
Oh, man.
That's going to be a caution. Let's go back and see if we can see what happened there exactly. Zane High rushes down. They run high. Chess comes down into the side of Rich. The 8 gets into 21. Can't keep it off the wall. That is every single member of Rich Money Racing out of this race.
What an unfortunate day for Rich Money. Fixing all 3 cars is going to cost him a lot of money. No, all 4. No, it's 3.
3. And again, Trey, Jackson Beauregard, Triple C, and Zane High are going to be top 4, with 5th being Jay Fatal, newcomer, just started his last week. Man.
Could you imagine what Trey was thinking as he just drove away from all that chaos?
Glad he's up here.
Right.
Austin Kiesler going to get one of his 2 laps back there. The 88 of Brett Rainier also involved in that accident.
Triple C holding on to 3rd. I like that view.
For the moment. We'll see how she shakes and bakes here. Aaron Aldridge, last season champion, creeping up here. I'd keep an eye on him.
All right, here we go.
Green.
Trey's going to pull away. Triple C gets clear. Jackson Beauregard. Jay Fatal to the inside. Oh, little bumping. Chris Gamble saves it. The 43 of Blaze gets into the wall. We're green for the moment. Don't think we're going to be green much longer.
We'll see. It's been a lot of cautions already early.
Triple C in 2nd place. Trey Fanta first. Oh, Fatal.
Sorry, caution.
I don't know what happened there, but let's see Jay Fatal hit the wall there. Thought he was clear and wasn't. Got in front of Jackson Beauregard. Let's see here. Who was the actual accident? I'm not seeing what they actually called the yellow for.
I believe it was Jay Fatal hitting the wall.
I mean, that was a... I mean, he stayed out even. I don't think it was that bad. Well, with 30 laps into this 100-lap race, Stafford Motor Speedway, Fat Money Racing right now, top 2. Fatal for Michaels Miller Racing, sitting in 3rd currently. Zane High right to his back door, and Jackson Beauregard one more back. Looks like Kiesler going to get another lap back. This is going to put him back onto the lead lap. The 18 car has a chance once again. Sophie Raydog, even with her bad motor, still on the lead lap and still in this, CJ.
She is surprising. That motor is hanging in there. They must have saved their best for last. Let's say that much.
Billy Raydog, the one that got the good motor, 15 laps down.
I'm surprised his car is even running anymore after that caution with him.
Here we go.
Green flag.
Trey Fanta out to another jump.
Camera guy? I swear. Oh, Triple C gets ran high. Hits the wall, comes back down, gets into it with Zane high. Big shuffles towards the back. We're stay green.
Oh, there we go.
33 laps in. Jay Fatal is on Trey's toes right now. Trey just about took Jay Fatal out with that block.
Is Fatal's car loose? Like, he is sliding all over the track.
Remember, he hit that wall, did not go down pit road, could have a bad toe link. Just trying to hang in there.
He may want to consider taking a pit stop, having that checked.
You know, it's early in the race. A pit stop now would be better than a pit stop later on, but it's their team's choice, not ours, as Trey Fanta is going to pull away here. Jackson Beauregard in second. Jay Fatal still holding on to third, trying to peek his way back in second. Caution flag.
Oh.
Got you loud and clear. I don't know why you can't hear Earl. Can you hear me? Did not hear him call that caution. Need you to check your radio.
Definitely didn't hear him call
the
it.
one on your headset, on your headboard, actually. On your
Oh, Tyler Ferguson, Aaron Aldridge.
Oh, that's rough for last season's champ.
Looks like he was already beat up here. Let's go back a little further. Oh, he got down into his own car, the 56 of Mikey. Comes across Brett Aldridge's nose. He's trying to get down and get out of people's way. Gets in Chronix's highest way. I didn't see what happened to Tyler, though. Tyler just got stuck. Okay. What a race this has been, CJ. You got the 387 of Trey Fanta, who's still holding on here at Stafford. He's going to need a pit stop at some point, though. 39 laps in now of this 100-lap race. The cars on the lead lap are dwindling, CJ. Dwindling.
Very much so. This track is not being very kind to the racers today.
On average, this is about what the Grand Stock Series is like, though.
It was just a couple weeks ago, if I remember correctly, there was like, 10 cars on the final lap?
I think it was like 7.
Yeah.
I wish I could remember that track. Well, here we go once again. Restack them, and this one could get crazy. Fatal still choosing to stay out with whatever's wrong with that 97, but I mean, he's holding position pretty well.
That he is it. Don't fix what's not broken, right?
That's what they say. Zane High back up here, but hasn't been able to reclaim the lead. Caden Gamble starting to peek back up here as well.
Definitely disappeared for a little bit.
Fatal gets back up to second in a hurry. He tries to run that outside line. Here comes Zane High as well.
Jay Fatal creeping up on Trey.
Oh, Zane High gets into him.
That'll slow you down.
These two bumping. Michaels, the demigod, up here giving it to the back of the Zane High. I mean, we're at the point now where we're starting to see banged up cars. You know, CJ, Chris Michaels is actually the one that hired Jay Fatal for the 97, and look how far apart they are, and in the top 5. Gotta say, Michaels Miller Racing is starting to make themselves pretty
A
known.
very, very well known. Demigod knows what he's doing, putting his team together.
They run with Dodge, which Dodge's main team manufacturer is G.A.M.E Motorsports, where most of the Dodge teams gets their parts. Some of them starting to make their own in-house, but if you want to get like engines and the big components from Dodge, you got to go through G.A.M.E Motorsports currently. And I mean, whatever Michaels Miller Racing is doing, it's working out for them there.
They're spending good money on their cars, that's for sure.
Top four staying pretty close together. And here's Dylan Wagner in the 01 Nesquik. Going to make another top 5 appearance and see if he can hold on to it here. We're getting some laps in. We're on lap 47 of 100.
Let's see if we can get 10 laps without a caution.
You better knock on some wood. Now we're getting in some green flag running. JMR starting to make his way back forward. He's got Joseph Robinson with him and Triple C.
And Joseph Robinson, that's one heck of a driver. He knows how to put the pedal to the metal.
Man's good at about anything he does. Guys starting to spread out. We're actually starting to see who's got the faster car. Yellow flag.
I forgot to knock on the wood.
I told you. Oh, big wreck. Big wreck. You forgot to knock on the wood big time.
Oh, man.
Mikey Henderson, 56 for Aldridge Racing. Looks like gets ran. Oh, Chris Gamble gave him a huge push into that wall. He comes down and Barry Stern Parts takes out Brad Miller. And that right there, I mean, we need to go back. We need to look at the moment. I mean, that's not good for Gamble Motorsports right there. Let's in-car footage.
Let's see.
He did not turn right. He
did not. It was not intentional.
He did not turn right. So, really, the question is what caused his car just slid up the racetrack into the 56 there?
He must have lost traction and slid a little bit.
Josh
coming around that turn
is going to appreciate those views. And, of course, he's probably got his own views that he's watching really closely. So, here we go, guys.
I'm glad
Go ahead.
Corey Gamble is going to see that and know that his driver did not turn right. So hopefully he won't have to pay a fine.
Josh will review it a couple more times, but from what we've seen here in the booth, from the camera angles we get and the information we get, it looked like Chris was trying to steer down the track, and he didn't turn up till he was already past Mikey and was needed to stay on the track, so he turned right. I did not see any intentional wrecking out of him, so I doubt Gamble Motorsports will see a fine there, but we'll see what Josh Aldridge sees. And here we go.
Trey Fanta to a large jump again. He has had one fast car off the...
I think what's working out for him the most is the restarts. The frequent restart. Oh, big wreck towards the back. Number 8 of Brett Aldridge. We're still getting checked up here. We're green for now. Trey Fanda lost the lead to Zane High. Caution flag.
Quickly tell me about your car if you can.
Let's go see what ended up being the caution. I'm going to guess. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. What happened here? Brandon Cook's car got cooked. Really nothing much else to that.
He needs a motor.
Well, you guys remember Zane High was one of the first of the leaders to pit. He's got the fresher car than Trey, who stayed out. So he has now made his way around Trey, and he's got Trey behind him. Dylan is now third. I don't see Fatal anymore. Don't know what happened to Fatal. Maybe he finally went to pit road for that damage from a while back. But Chris Michaels, oh, Chess was there. Don't know why Chess was sitting. What happened to Chess? Oh, Jay Fatal and Chess. What was that?
Oh, my. Is that what pulled the caution?
This was on this was during caution. Well, Josh is gonna have some more things to review. That. Oh my. That's gonna be a serious one. 15 cars still on the lead lap, and one of them is none other than Sophie Ray Dog. She started this race with a bad engine. Everyone knew she had a bad engine, and somehow she's still in this.
She's determined, that's for sure.
Here we go. Zane High gonna get that jump that Trey wishes he could have got, but he doesn't get far from the nose of Dylan, the 01 car. Michaels falls way back. G.A.M.E even making his way forward. Now Caden Gamble with G.A.M.E. These two got into it during the Dash Series yesterday, but it looks like that may have been an accident because they're working pretty good around each other here right now. We'll see how this goes out. Dylan trying to get around Zane. Making his way through the pack. Zane High does have some damage that Dylan does not, and of course.
Like somebody was keying up on your radio just a few minutes ago.
It's not Sophie.
Oh no! Chris Michaels. Oh, Gamble. Corey Gamble looks like he lost it in the corner, kind of like Chris Gamble did. Let's get another view of that same spot. Even gets up into Trey and Michaels. Look like Gamble Motorsports might be having a little bit too much torque to them back tires in their setup. using up their rears pretty quick.
Caden Gamble making his way back up into the top 5, along with J.M.R., Dylan Wagner, and Zane High leading in this caution.
And right behind Caden is Triple C, and then Trey Fanta not too far out.
Did you say Corey Gamble bumped into Trey?
He bumped into Trey and Michaels. Oh, there's Chris Gamble, too. Michaels is nowhere to be seen. Probably pit road. We're getting restacked. We're going to be 68 laps in with this restart.
Here we go, 32 to checkered.
Green, green, green.
Here comes JMR out of nowhere. A lot of shifting. Caden's kind of got shuffled back, but he's got Trey behind him. Triple C makes his way to third in front of Dylan. JMR, though, trying to catch Zane High. Right now, brothers fighting for position. Triple C and Dylan Wagner. Triple C not going to just let him have it, even though it would let them both go faster. Finally, the fighting's over. Triple C tried to cross. Dylan blocked. These guys go forward. JMR right now trying to pass Zane High. Pontiac versus Pontiac. Oh, there's Aaron Aldrich. Aaron Aldrich is 33 laps down.
He's got a chance. He's still out there, better than some.
13 cars on the lead lap. The last one on the lead lap, none other than Sophie Raydog, who looks like her motor is really starting to take its toll. If this keeps up, she will go a lap down if we stay green flag running, CJ.
Will she be able to do any kind of engine upgrades before the next race?
Yeah, they got all new motors coming. Aldridge Racing has ordered them. They just did not come before this race. That's why Aaron gave Billy a good one, but it did not help Billy Raydog avoid, well, his wreck. Oh! Oh! A crash in front of Dylan!
Oh.
I don't know if Tyler thought he was clear. Took out Dylan Wagner, who was running good at the moment. Upsetting. Saved Sophie Raydog from going a lap down, though.
Wow. This is definitely one of the more aggressive tracks of the season.
Definitely is. I guess we stayed green after that big wreck.
Chris Gamble's done snuck his way up into third.
Chronic's high there as well. Dylan somehow still holding on to fifth. Trey Fanta 6. Triple C 7. Jackson Beauregard 8. Brad Miller 9th. Austin Kiesler 10th. Corey Gamble is 11th. And Sophie Raydog finally went a lap down.
How did Caden Gamble get back that far?
Looks like he was involved in an accident.
Okay.
Zane High is pulling away. Chris Chaos out. Christopher Rich out. Blaze is out. Tyler Ferguson back in this 42 laps down. Aaron Aldridge 40 laps out. Ryan Chess 39 laps. Taylor Berger 36 laps. Summer Rain 34. Bruno 32. Mikey Henderson 28. Brandon Cook 26. Joseph Robinson 22. Jay Fatal is down 21 laps. Chris Michaels is down 20 laps so far. Barry Sternparts 18. Brett Aldridge 18. Christian Gunn 17. Brett Rainier 16. Joey Hayes 15. Billy Raydog 14 laps down. Mike Storm 12 laps down. Caden Gamble 10 laps down. Sophie Raydog currently 1 lap down. Zane High is still your leader as he's starting to catch the rest of the pack.
Zane High and his team's decision to pit early is paying off well for him.
Yes, it is. Zane High has got a gap on JMR, and he is just taking off right now. IDK Racing starting to finally put something together. Sophie Raydog goes 2 laps down now. With Zane High passing to the outside. Can he pull it off? He does.
Caution, caution.
Caution
What is the
flag.
goddamn caution for? Rex, 10-4. These last crashes I've had.
Is that Mike Storm? Mike Storm.
Let's see.
Mike Storm and Austin Kiesler got into it, that same spot that Gamble and friends are getting into it, so say
They might want to take that part of the track out.
might be a bump there or something.
That's what I'm thinking. Quite a few people have wrecked there today. These kind of tires ain't meant to take no bumps.
Right now, it's all on Zane High. 91 laps into this 100-lap race. Now 92.
8 laps to go, guys.
Chris Gamble has a chance. JMR has a chance. Zane high, Chronix high there. And it looks like Trey Fanta's still outside top 5. Triple C right behind that. Gonna have his best finish, I think, of the year. If he could pull this off. Zane High just needs a good restart.
With no more cautions.
Next time by. You know, a lot of people are just wanting this to be over.
I could think of one team that's wishing that.
And there we go. Zane High gets the jump he's looking for. Chris Gamble in second. JMR falling fast. Big wrecking towards the back. Looks like it was Triple C. Chris Gamble is getting on the outside of Zane High. Trying to make it happen. Falls off. Here comes Trey Fanta.
Caution.
Caution flag.
Get yourself something to drink.
Oh, man.
Get a deep breath.
Looks like the 8 of Brett Aldridge.
Aldridge.
Gets into it with the 7. Gets down into the 56. And comes to a stop.
I swear it's right there in that shady turn somewhere. A lot of people are wrecking today.
Well, folks, I don't think we're going to get a green-white checkered. I think this one's going to end under caution. We'll wait and see, but I just don't think they're going to give it to us. Been a lot of wrecks tonight.
If they do restart, Chris Gamble has a chance to win this.
He definitely looked like he could have, possibly. But they're definitely not going to. Looks like we're going to end under caution, folks. Okay.
We might.
They're gonna let us have one lap. A race to the end, it looks like.
Alrighty then.
Here we go.
Green flag.
Zane High gets a huge jump again. They come around the first corner. Chris Gamble's falling back a little bit. They get into it. They're wrecking. Leaders don't care. And the top 3. Zane High. Trey Fanta. Dylan Wagner. Chris Gamble. JMR is your top 5, and then Jackson Beauregard 6, Brad Miller 7, Triple C 8, Austin Kiesler 9th, Chronix High 10th, Corey Gamble 11th, Sophie Raydog finishes on the lead lap in 12th. Billy Ray Dog, 13th. Go ahead, pause, read the screen. You want to see where your driver ended up, and we'll catch you guys on the next one.
All right, everybody, have a good night.